Hi, my name is Chad. I own a company called Foldees. And okay, just to begin with, just to clarify some things, we sell physical cards, real cards. So what we do is we actually recruit these cards from a contest online, and we sell them through our website and through limited retail channels around the Klang Valley. Okay, a little bit more about myself actually, because I'm quite the media slut. I've been around the block, really. I started off in magazines. No, actually, sorry. I started off in the .com, back when it wasn't cool yet. And then I moved into magazines just as it was going out of style. And after that, I moved into online. So I've been the editor of a magazine. I've sold MSN ads before. And I also actually occasionally do radio ads that you might have heard on radio. And TV ads as well. So yeah, I've really been around the block. Okay, so I've noticed, talking about slutting, right? Because, you know, I actually wanted to go through what is Foldees.com and all that, but none of the other speakers did that, so I'm going to skip this. Blah, 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 blah. Greeting card company, Facebook generation, $7 each. Okay, we give royalties to designers. That's an important point to note. So every time we sell one of our cards, 10 US cents goes to the designer that designed it. Okay, so that's all the time I'll spend. These are some of the cards that we have on our site. As you can see, they're really cute. Yeah. And that's our site. Okay, so, okay, that's done with. Cool. Okay, no, that's how it works, blah, 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 blah. Okay, how it works. So this has a little bit to do with this whole social media thing that we're talking about. So basically, we operate on the principle that good ideas don't just come from one person sitting in the office continually churning out ideas. Okay, this is one of the basics of user-created content. So what we believe is that there are millions of people out there, and they all have at least one good idea, you know, and that's what we operate on. We want to be the aggregation for all these people with great ideas. A lot of the greeting card companies, a lot of the even advertising firms. I know a lot of advertising firms are here. What they do, they have like one copywriter who is continually expected to be creative every single day. And some people might be really creative, but sooner or later, I mean, you're going to run out of ideas. So you have this huge group of people out there, and they have all these ideas. So it's best that well, not best, but how we choose to do it is we aggregate those people, we get all their ideas in, and publicize them on our website. So that's what we do. We have contests. And once everybody submitted their designs in, then we get users to vote for their favorite designs, and the one that has the highest rating wins. So it's simple. And then we sell on the website and around the Klang Valley, so Mid-Valley, Dongsuk Village, Dongsuk Shopping Center, Pavilion, and Wanatama. Okay, so I'm going to skip this as well, because that's slutting. Okay, so how we use social media. So here's the meat of the presentation, right? Okay, so my definition of social media, I've come up with this by myself actually. It's a channel that lets your users play with each other and become the main reason that they come back to your channel. So it's actually sort of a self-fulfilling thing, you know. The way I've always seen it is that social media is anything that gets your users to entertain themselves, you know. So if they're coming to your site and they're having a good time, it's sort of like a playground really. All you're doing is you're building the swings, you're building the slides and everything, and you're letting them play. That's the way I've always viewed it. Okay, so a couple of points about social media. The first thing is that just like a playground, it's an economy. Okay, everybody needs an incentive to do something, right? So, for instance, on Foldees, our designers get royalties. So obviously they want to sell cards. They also have a contest. Our voters, every time you come to our site to rate some cards, you get a free card if you rate up all the cards in our selection. Consumers, okay, when you go to the back of any of our cards, and I think I have a couple here, I'll just pass them around. You can keep them. I have envelopes though, so if you want an envelope to match up with the card, you got to come and say hi to me, okay? Don't be unsocial, it's a bad place to do it today. Okay, so yeah, so it's really important that you incentivize everything. Like, if you're starting at some sort of social media experience, it's important to identify the different kind of users that you'll have. So for instance, for us, we have designers, we have customers, we have raters, we have friends, we have commenters, and every single one of these groups needs to be incentivized in some way to do the stuff that you want them to do. Of course, initially, you can depend a lot on your friends or whatever. So a lot of people, like, when they start the site, they say, hey guys, come in and help me out, and so on and so forth. They might come for the first time, but they won't come for the second and third and fourth time unless you give them some serious incentive to actually come back. So I think that's a really important point that we should stress on, is that everything needs to be incentivized. So on our side, as you can see on the top right corner, card reviewers will be given one free card. And then on the middle, this is our current contest. So you can see that we're giving 2,500 ringgit in cash. Commenters get their comments featured on the right-hand side. This is actually a mock-up, but you can go to the actual site. So they get, to be on the front page. The commenters get to be on the front page as long as they keep commenting and commenting and commenting. And other users get to see, oh, there's a new comment, there's a new reply. So that incentivizes them to reply to that comment. Okay, the second thing is that momentum matters. Don't lose it. This is something that we learned along the way. We used to have our contests about, I think, between our first contest and second contest was about 3 months apart, because we simply didn't have the resources or the money. And what we found was that our return rate was horrible. I think out of maybe 60 designers that came for the first contest, only 5 or 6 returned for the second one. And we had to get a whole new bunch of people in. So the thing is, if you're having a social media site, you need to keep giving them things to do. And, sorry, let me get my train of thought here. So if you have, we experimented with shortening the duration of time between our contests, and we found that, wow, the return rate was a hell of a lot better. We got maybe 50 to 60% return rate between every contest. So yeah, momentum matters. As Azizi and Ija have already talked about, casual beats formal, always. Okay, sorry. Oh, wait, wrong laptop, no wonder. Okay, so this is an example of an email that I sent my designers about almost a year ago, I think. And as you can see, it's only 14 more days, interview with this, and dig and delicious and whatever not, right? I didn't get a single reply. Not a single one. And this is the email that I sent about a week ago. Hey guys and gals, just a quick note to let you know that by now all the feedback is blah, 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 thanks a bunch, cha. And I got 20 or 30 replies for this email. So as you can see, you don't need to take so much effort. You don't need, I'm starting to think that you don't even need a formal newsletter, honestly, because you can get these out so much faster, or you can tweet about it, you can Facebook about it. And the response that you get is so much better, So that's something that you might want to explore. I do radio ads occasionally, so I'm part of this thing called the Voice Guild. I don't know if some of you have heard of it. Yeah, I'm sure you have. The Voice Guild is actually chaired by this lovely old man called Jeffrey Nicholson. And he sends out email once in a while to sort of remind us to pay our fees or submit your invoices or that sort of thing. But his emails are always very formal. It's official notice from the Voice Guild and blah 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 blah. And he doesn't get any replies, and he always complains about it. So this is something that I recommended to him to sort of make it more casual. We'll see how that turns out. I don't know what the response is like yet. But okay, then the other thing that, of course, this is transparency. Very important. I think DG is a very good example of this, actually. I think the way they come out and say, yeah, not all our users think we rock. Some of our users think we suck as well. I think that creates a very nice, warm, fuzzy image of DG. Compared to if I imagine Maxis, the first thing I think of is Ananda Krishnan, and he's not warm and fuzzy at all. And, if I think about Cellcom, I'm thinking those nameless 3D characters. You guys seen those in cinemas? Do you know the names of those characters? No. Do you know what they do? Don't care. Do you know what their powers are?
Don't care.
Couldn't be asked, right? Bullshit. Yeah, exactly. And Yellow Man, come on, You can pay me later. Okay. Anyway, I've tried selling cars to DG before, but they're a paperless environment, so they won't buy any.